What up, though? What up, though? What up, though? This is Gangster Astrology and Rap Beef. And your boy, J. Cole, is back in effect with Port Antonio. Port Antonio. And so we're about to see what he's doing, what he's working with on here. Hey, this is going to be deep. I went to Dreamsville, and I had a lot on stake, so I'm going to be critical of this right here. That's one of these vibe joints.
Ride to it. Young Jermaine walked the straight and narrow. Minimum wage jobs for the narrow. But still my mind was on the zeros. I fiend for the perks that was seen flipping birds. So we was skipping church, but my eyes was on the sparrows.
Alright, so J. Cole starting off, I don't know the brother life, but the bars is definitely, the lyrics is definitely connected. You know, he talking about working a minimum wage job, and you know, his eyes was on the zeros. He was skipping church, but his eyes was on the sparrow. So my eyes are on the sparrow. If you ask me why I see. Okay, all right, yeah, that's a church reference right there. Eyes on the sparrow. But a sparrow is a bird. So what he's saying is that his eyes was on the bird. Now, is he talking about somebody else's life, or is he talking about his life? That's the question right there.
Was seen flipping birds, so we was skipping church, but my eyes was on the sparrows. Niggas flipping pies, spending thousands on a payroll. Shit, I wanna shine too. I want dimes too. Jealous niggas wanna know just how my rhymes blew. Mono y mono, I'm Bono, I'm you times two.
Mono y mono, I'm Bono, I'm you times two. Mono y mono, one-on-one, I'm Bono. What the fuck does Bono mean, though? Mono and mono, I'm Bono, I'm you times two. In other words, I'm twice as good as you. Well, I guess that depends on if he's talking about somebody direct or what. You know, I'm twice mono y mono, I'm you times two. And I'm on YouTube. Yeah.
On the payroll, shit, I wanna shine too. I want dimes too. Jealous niggas wanna know just how my rhymes blew. Mono y mono, I'm Bono, I'm you times two. Now I'm bougie, I done outgrew the fountain blue. But never forgot the spot where I developed my plot. To dwell at the top, the veil where all my skeletons locked. If I could do it all over, then I never would swap. I seen good, I seen bad, had my melanin mocked.
I seen good, I seen bad, had my melanin mocked. You know, so in other words, he basically saying that he not in a Ville right now. He not in Fayetteville right now. Man, you'll fuck around and get your motorcycle stolen in Fayetteville. You got a sport bike, you'll fuck around and get that stolen in Fayetteville. You know, it's right by about an hour, a little bit over an hour away from Myrtle Beach too. You know, did I just get distracted?
I developed my plot to dwell at the top, the veil where all my skeletons locked. If I could do it all over, then I never would swap. I seen good, I seen bad, had my...
Okay, so if he could do it all over, then he never would swap. In other words, he wouldn't have left out of there. That would be dumb. You know, you're doing good, so that'd be dumb. I don't know.
If I could do it all over, then I never would swap. I seen good, I seen bad, had my melanin mocked. I seen lifelong friends turn to devilish ops. I was Mike in red leather trying to tell him to stop. You better beat it for you see that heavy metal get popped. He was...
Whoa, I was Mike in red leather. You know what? I'm gonna have to go back and take a look at that old Beat It video, because if I ain't mistaken, you know, before he got up and said, "Your butt is mine," I think he was trying to like break up a fight between two different gangs. You know, I could be mixing it up, but I think Mike was trying to break up a fight between two different gangs, two different factions. He was in the middle of it. Your butt is mine.
Had my melanin mocked. I seen lifelong friends turn to devilish ops. I was Mike in red leather trying to tell him to stop.
Yeah.
You better beat it for you see that heavy metal get popped. He was a mean ass wing with a hell of a shot. But if no team draft king, he gon' bet on the block. He wanna ball till he fall until the Federals knock, and sit his ass on the bench for moving careless with rock.
So look, so he wanna ball till he fall or till the Federals knock. You know, cause he's moving careless with rock. That, I think that's like a fucking triple dipple, quadruple tantrum right there. So first, he's talking about, of course, the people that's grinding, that's doing anything, trying to make some bread selling rocks, and they gonna keep going. They ain't gonna stop selling rocks. They ain't got a plan to get in and get out. They just gonna keep selling rocks. He's saying it to the Federals knock. In other words, first of all, they do the no-knock warrants. Bitch, pop, 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 freeze, this is a warrant. You know, that's how they be doing. But so he said he ain't gonna stop until, you know, the Federals knock. In other words, they ain't gonna stop because they moving careless with rock. You know, if the Fed's getting you for just rocks, you must be in DC or something, because in DC every case is a Fed case. But I think it could still be a shot at Drake, because this just came out last night, and the last story on the news with Drake was with Drake posting the picture of Solange and Drake posting the picture of Aaliyah, and everybody talking about those are shots at Jay-Z, which they were shots at Jay-Z. And Jay-Z is the Rock, and J. Cole, is Jay-Z is his mentor, and so he talking about, is he talking about the federales knocking on Drake's door because he's moving careless with Rock? Who you think Drake is? Piers Morgan or somebody? All right, let's go. It's something to think about, though.
Till he fall into the federals knock and sit his ass on the bench for moving careless with Rock. You can't relate unless your father was not around and your mother went out and found someone else and then brought around, and they salaries didn't combine when they married and brought you out of that poverty. Then you moved to a soft little part of town so that when you back in the hood you feel awkward about it now.
Oh yeah, okay. So he having what they call in some places they call it survivor's remorse, right? Because he started off in the hood, and then this is another component, because from how I understand it, Drake's father wasn't really active in some stories, and then other stories Drake was going with him in the summer. That's how he got his touch into the U.S. I don't know what the hell going on, but his father clearly wasn't living with his mother, and so it is J. Cole. His biological father wasn't living with his mother. His mother get with somebody. Now their incomes is combined. You got her check and he got his check, so they able to move out of the hood pretty much to probably give J. Cole a better shot, but now when he go back to the hood, he's still looking like they starving, but he ain't starving no more, and he already had his melanin mocked. That was a long, deep ass rhyme.
Careless on bet on the block. He wanna ball till he fall into the federals knock and sit his ass on the bench for moving careless with Rock. You can't relate unless your father was not around.
And sit his ass on the bench for moving careless with Rock. I told you that's like a 16 entendre, because when you get locked up, your ass sitting on the bench. You sleeping on benches. You sitting on benches inside of those goddamn bullpens. Yeah. Eating thick ass cheese sandwiches. Yeah. Sometimes dry. Sometimes with a whole lot of goddamn mayonnaise on it. Yeah.
Rapping gave you some positive thoughts, so you jot them down. You jot them down. Ride to it. Ride to it.
Ride to it. Ride to it. I ain't gonna lie, this dude got a Dreamville type of vibe, man. Listen. Dreamville was so goddamn live, man. Dreamville was the livest thing that I've been to since I've been home. Until J. Cole got up in the end and did that bullshit.
Benjamin Button, cold flows, reverse time. To find deliveries good as mine, you gotta search primes. I'm scaling heights higher than birds can perch, trying to be.
Okay, alright. I'm pausing it, man. I'm on one today. Poor Antonio. Benjamin Button. Okay, yeah, he talking about the movie, but yeah, Benjamin Joe Button. Oh yeah, his name ain't Benjamin Button, his name Joe Button. All right, I was about to create a whole goddamn conspiracy right there. All right, let's go.
Cold flows, reverse time. To find deliveries good as mine, you gotta search primes. I'm scaling heights higher than birds can perch, trying to be something, hoping that peace comes to my cursed mind. One thing's for sure, that I've matured from my first rhyme.
I can't okay, hold on. I had to reverse mine. So in Benjamin Button, the whole story was a person was going from an old ass man to younger and younger and younger till he was a fucking baby or something like that. So his time was reversed. And he's saying that I reversed mine in order to find something. It probably was relating to a pen as good as mine, but that probably ain't what he said, but that's what he meant. You got to go back and search primes. Hold on, a delivery. Yeah, a delivery as good as mine. You have to go back and search primes. So, okay, so Amazon Prime delivery, they do deliveries, we got that. All right. But you got to go back in time. In other words, see, he still shoot fucking shots, and this the part that's getting me that get me pissed off about this. He get me pissed off, and even my homeboy from the D, man. If you shooting shots, man, then shoot your shots and own that shit. What he's saying, in order to find a pen as good as he is, you got to reverse time and go back and search a delivery as good as he is. You got to reverse time and go back and search primes. In other words, you got to go back in time, meaning ain't nobody right now better than him. That's what he's saying, and that's why you got yourself into that shit that you got yourself into, man. Because you talking that bravado stuff, man, which I ain't mad at it, but stand on it. If you gonna stand on it, stand on it. It only becomes sickening. Even if you lose, it only becomes sickening if you be like, I ain't mean that. That ain't what I meant. You clearly just said, ain't nobody better than you right now. And you can feel like that. But if you saying you number one, then that means you putting out a challenge. And you got to step up to that challenge regardless of who it comes from. Yeah.
Benjamin Button, cold flows, reverse time. To find deliveries good as mine, you gotta search primes. I'm scaling heights higher than birds can perch, trying to be something, hoping that peace comes to my cursed mind. One thing's for sure, that I've matured from my first rhyme. I learned long ago, you can't please them all and it hurts trying. In this game where all you've got is your name, like Dirk, I'm smirking at niggas trying to besmirch mine. Absurd time.
Hey, that ain't the first time that he done spoke on Dirk. In fact, at Dreamsville, he brought Dirk out. At Dreamville, he brought Dirk out. Yeah, that's where. At Dreamville, he brought Dirk out. Damn, all of my Dreamville footage is on my phone that got ran over by the damn car.
Third times, with a fake get told it is wise. I can see hate in both of your eyes, but the third's blind. So you search lines.
Your third eye, meaning your spiritual sight, you know. Your melanin ain't working. Who are we talking about?
So you search lines, but you struggle, which explains the puzzled look on the dull faces the word finds. I hate.
So you search lines, but you struggle. And he talking about a rapper. He talking about a writer. He talking about you ain't got that. Your pineal gland or your third eye is also where your creativity come from. He talking about somebody and being creative. He's shooting shots, but he gonna say he ain't shooting shots. J. Cole is the type of person that'll dish you on your own goddamn song and look at you like he ain't just dish you.
But like do not disturb signs. Can't knock it if I see it's about to do. They instigate the fuckery because it's profitable. But singing stop the violence tunes with dudes in hospitals.
That's the part where he wrong as hell. They instigate the fuckery, you know, but you the one that starts the fuckery. So, you know, that's a funny story. You know, I remember, well, I don't remember. I seen on a movie somewhere where it was a guy that robbed people, but the guy was silly as hell, right? And he'll say something that's funny as hell. And then right after he said, he'd be like, bitch, if you laugh, I'm gonna shoot you. You know, and that's what he doing. You know, they'll throw out some bars, and then when you respond to it, they say that you are the one that's instigating it, that you the one that's making it up. Never mind the fact that it came out of their fucking mouth, but they say you the one that's instigating it or you the one that's making it up. Unless he talking about that the record labels and higher ups, because most of the time when we do it, well, I don't know, I guess some of the YouTubers got paid off of it, but most of the time when we do it, we ain't getting paid for it, so maybe he ain't talking about us.
Pulled the plug because I seen where that was about to go. They wanted blood, they wanted.
Yeah, no, so that was another thing. I pulled the plug because I seen where that's about to go. He talking about people ending up in hospitals. I pulled the plug because I seen that's where the shit was about to go. In other words, shit was about to get ugly. But it wasn't, and I wonder why he say that.
They see this fire in my pen and think I'm dodging smoke. I wouldn't have lost the battle dog, I would have lost the bro. I would have gained a foe, and all for what? Just to attain some old props from strangers that don't got a clue what I've been aiming for since the age of 14. Jermaine is no king, if that means I gotta dig up dirt and pay the whole team of algorithm bot niggas just to sway the whole thing on social media. Compete.
So he's still taking shots. He's still taking shots because it was still accusation of Kendrick using bots and Drake using bots. So he's still taking shots. I don't care whatever else he say in the song. He's still taking shots. All right, so here's what J. Cole's being an Aquarius. I got to take him on his word as far as the friends, because Aquarius rules friends, and maybe that friendship was really good to him. He said he wouldn't have lost the battle. He would have lost the bro, you know. So in other words, he said he would have lost the war. But how the fuck would you lost the bro if y'all rappers and y'all understand what rap is? You know, you see how they go at each other on Smack and how they go at each other on all of these rap battles and everything, and most of the time they okay after that because they understand that that's a part of rap. And if you any part of hip hop, which you are, you understand that that's a part of rap. So other people might buy that shit, but I was born and breed in the hip hop. I was around when they said that rap was just a fad and it wasn't gonna last, and so you don't put your heart into it. I was there when we was getting arrested for breakdancing on the streets. That was hip hop. Sorry, I had a moment. But you can't tell me that bullshit, man. You know, come on, man. You know that that's a part of battle. And if you talking about you number one.
I just competing for your favorable means to be considered best, to live and rest, the weight of both things. I understand the thirst of being first that made them both swing, protecting legacies.
I understand the thirst of being first that made them both swing. See, that's the part that fucking pissed me off, man, because you swung first. You swung first. On first person shooter. You swung first on a song that was named First as the first word. You swung first. And he responded. And then you responded. And then you took a cop. Man, come on, man. No, I'm not gonna let you do that, bro. You cold, you J. Cole. You so cold, you J. Cole. But I spent all my goddamn money on that Dreamville ticket after that beef started and everything because I thought it was gonna be fire, because I knew that you was gonna drop. You know how high them goddamn tickets was? I ain't rich.
Their legacies, so lines got crossed, perhaps regrettably. My friends went to war, I walked away with all they blood on me. Now some will discredit me, try wipe away my pedigree, but please find a nigga out that's rapping this incredibly.
See, man, you rapping good. You rapping good. Spice One rapped good. The only reason why Spice One didn't last is because what he rapped wasn't real. You know, you putting words together, man, but you being real hypocritical, man. You ain't being hip hop right now, man. You ain't being hip hop right now, man, because you stepped out there, man. You stepped out there. You said that you wanted to smoke as soon as the smoke come, and you put out something, and whatever happened, whoever said something to you, you know, or you seen my jacket and you thought some shit was gonna start, you know, and you ain't want to be around, and you said you got the blood of both of them on you. You do got the blood of both of them on you because you left Drake out there. You left him out there, hands down.
Cross perhaps regret texting me. I share the words he said to me. If you refuse to shoot the gun, don't mean the gun ain't deadly. I guess in that metaphor, hypothetically, the gun is me. I texted back like, guess a gun ain't what I'm trying to be.
No, if you don't shoot the gun, then you didn't use deadly force, so the gun is not deadly. If you didn't shoot the gun, then you can't be charged with using deadly force because the gun is not... Well, no, that's not true. That's not true. If you smack somebody in the head with that joint, they can charge you with using deadly force, you know. But, you know, for the sake of my argument and me being right, you know, if you not using the force that's in that gun, then it's just not like having one. So yeah, you're right. Maybe you ain't trying to be the gun, but you started off trying to be the gun. You started off, you know, with all of the Spider-Man shit and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You started off trying to be the gun.
They stripped me on my spot and now I'm finally...
He did do that. He's like, I guess the gun ain't what I'm trying to be. So I had second thoughts because he definitely had a, hey, Doughboy, let me out. Hey, Doughboy, Dough, let me out, man. After he was like, I'm going to meet me at my house in 5 minutes. I'm going to kill them motherfuckers.
They stripped me on my spot and now I'm finally free, my nigga. They say I'm picking sides, hey, don't you lie on me, my nigga. To start another war, hey, Drake, you'll always be my nigga. I ain't ashamed to say you did a lot for me, my nigga. Fuck all the narratives. Tapping back into your magic pen is what's imperative. Reminding these folks why we do it. It's not for beefing, it's for speaking our thoughts. Push.
I'm not about to let you go on that. I'm not about to let you go on that. You know, I'm not. No. So right now he trying to make it like the only reason why he got out of that beef is because it was two of his friends. Okay. Let's fact check that shit. You know, it wasn't just between Drake and it wasn't just between Kendrick Lamar. Drake was on the floor getting his ass whooped. He was getting hit by 1,000 different people, and your ass walked out on him. You walked out, so no, I'm not gonna let you do that, J. Cole. You still dope. You dope as hell. You know, but I'm not gonna let you do that. You know, because this ain't got nothing to do with it was a beef between two of your friends, so you stepped out. You could have went and got some of them other. I didn't have that. I done been in gang fights where I know a whole bunch of people on the other side, and I'm on this side, and when we scrap, I just didn't hit the people that I was cool with. I've hit the other people that was with them that I wasn't cool with. So come on, man. He was getting his ass jumped, and you left his ass out there. And not only did you leave him out there, you went and got on songs with the other motherfuckers that was jumping him. You got on their whole next album, so I'm not gonna let you do that. And apparently he liked your video or liked that you put out and liked that you gave him a shout out. I'm not gonna let you do that. He'll give you a pass. I don't care. I'm gonna call that a fact. You know, I'm gonna call the facts what the facts is. You know, it wasn't just because you didn't want to get between two friends. You left his ass out there when he was getting jumped. You could have helped him a lot. You didn't have to say shit about Kendrick. You could have got off on the other people and let him go on and fight that fight by himself instead of fighting that fat ass Officer William Roberts and everybody else that's jumping on him in that fight. You left out of there and you got on a song with them. So no, fuck that. It was between two friends. That's not the reality.
Minds deep in your hearts, creeping to find emotions to touch, something inside to open you up, help you cope with the rough times and shit. I'm sending love cause we ain't prime and shit. My nigga, y'all niggas ain't stopping me. Yeah.
Say, hey, like, you know, comment. You know, I ain't gonna tell you to subscribe. I'll let you tell you when to subscribe. Until next time, this is Gangster Astrology and Rap Beat. Deuces.